You just smiled at gossip. Congratulations, you're now the next target. Here's why your silence is destroying your reputation faster than you think. You think staying quiet during gossip makes you safe. You think nodding along makes you likable. You think changing the subject makes you awkward. Wrong, wrong, and catastrophically wrong. Every single time you participate in gossip, whether by laughing, staying silent, or just existing in that conversation, you're broadcasting a message to everyone in that room. I'm a safe space for toxicity. Use me. And here's the part that'll keep you up tonight. Once people categorize you as someone who tolerates gossip, they don't just keep coming back. They start talking about you the second you leave the room. But here's what 99% of people completely miss. Stopping gossip doesn't require confrontation. You don't need to lecture anyone. You don't need to be the morality police. In fact, when done correctly, shutting down gossip actually makes people respect you more. So I spent 2 weeks obsessively researching psychology studies, interviewing communication experts, and testing these techniques in real-world scenarios to answer one question. What actually works when you want to stop gossip without becoming the office weirdo? In the next few minutes, you'll discover 3 things. The neurological reason gossip feels like cocaine to your brain. 5 psychology-backed strategies that shut down gossip so smoothly people don't even realize you did it. And 2 nuclear options when you're done playing nice. By the end, you won't fear gossip anymore. You'll see it as a secret test, and you'll pass it every single time. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. Gossip is hardwired into your DNA. Evolutionary psychologist Robin Dunbar discovered that gossip wasn't born from malice. It evolved as social currency. 10,000 years ago, knowing who was trustworthy, who was dangerous, and who was sleeping with whom literally kept you alive. But here's the plot twist. The same mechanism that once protected us now poisons us. Modern gossip doesn't build trust, it manufactures insecurity. It creates toxic alliances, breeds paranoia, and slowly assassinates your credibility. Marcus Aurelius said it perfectly 2,000 years ago. If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Yet somehow that simple rule gets violated 47 times before lunch. Now here's a psychology term that'll change how you see every conversation. Triangulation. It's when someone tries to create a fake alliance with you by putting someone else down. Feels flattering, right? Like you're being trusted with insider information. Here's the reality. If they gossip with you, they will gossip about you. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. That's why Mel Robbins has a rule I've stolen. I don't talk about people who aren't in the room. You don't have to announce it, just make it your internal operating system. It completely rewires how you navigate social situations. Here's where most people self-destruct. They hear gossip, feel uncomfortable, and try to shut it down directly. Hey, I don't think we should talk about Sarah like that. And instantly, they're labeled as uptight, can't take a joke, or worse, they become the next gossip target. This is called the backfire effect in psychology. When people feel attacked, they don't reflect, they double down and redirect their negativity toward you. Most gossipers don't think they're being toxic. They think they're bonding, being funny, or just being honest. So when you call them out head on, you don't change their behavior, you just paint a target on your back. That's why real wisdom isn't about fighting gossip, it's about refusing to enter the arena. You can't control other people's mouths. You can only control your response. And that's where psychology gives us 5 devastatingly effective strategies. Let's continue with these 5 strategies. Strategy number 1, the kindness kill shot. Someone starts trashing Sarah from accounting. Most people, they freeze or they laugh nervously. Here's what you say instead. Really? Huh. I've never had that experience. She's actually been super helpful to me. Boom. Gossip, dead. No confrontation, no awkwardness. Here's why this works so well. Gossip feeds on agreement. It's built on what psychologists call social bonding theory. People gossip to connect with each other. especially when they're feeling insecure. By staying calm and staying kind, you remove that shared negativity. This triggers something called cognitive dissonance, that uncomfortable mental friction when kindness collides with negativity. The gossiper might not admit it, but your response makes them rethink their entire approach. Marcus Aurelius said it best: the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Strategy number 2, weaponized neutrality. Sometimes kindness alone doesn't stop it. They double down. Well, maybe she's nice to you, but you don't know what she did last week. Here's your move. Could be. Everyone has different experiences. Maybe she was just stressed. Deadlines make everyone act weird. That's it. No defense, no offense, just calm, surgical neutrality. Psychologists call this emotional reframing. You're removing the emotional fuel from the gossip. Empathy kills judgment. You shift the entire dynamic from us versus them to maybe there's more to the story. Strategy number 4, the spotlight shift. Now that the emotional charge is gone, it's time to redirect. Anyway, did you see the new project update? That looks intense. Or, by the way, how's your team handling these new deadlines? This is called topic shifting, a classic technique from social psychology used to maintain harmony without having to comply. Think of it like social aikido. You don't fight force with force, you just let it pass by you. Strategy number 5, the gray rock method. Sometimes the person isn't just chatty, they're toxic, and you don't care about keeping it smooth anymore. Here's what you do. Act boring. 1-word replies. 0 emotion. Oh, really? Didn't know that. Psychologists use this exact method to deal with attention-seeking personalities. When gossip gets no reaction, it dies. No fuel, no fire. Now, there's always the nuclear option. If you want to be direct, be direct. Hey, I'm really trying to stay in a positive mindset lately. Part of that is not talking about people who aren't here. Can we switch topics? You stay calm, you stay polite. And if they get awkward, good. They should. That's how social correction works. Here's the final truth. Gossip isn't really about the person being talked about. It's about you. It tests your discipline, your empathy, and your self-respect. You can't stop gossip from existing, but you can make it completely irrelevant to you. Epictetus said it centuries ago. You can't control others, only yourself. So when you choose not to gossip, you're not just protecting your peace, you're training your character. Because in a world where everyone talks, the person who listens carefully, speaks kindly, and refuses to join the noise, that is the one everyone truly respects. So tell me, which strategy would you actually use next time gossip starts? Drop your answer in the comments.